Ron Goodall, FightHype.com. I'm joined with the two-division world champion Jermall Charlo, who takes on veteran contender Thomas LaManna, co-headlining on May 31st on Michelob Ultra Arena at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino, Las Vegas, streaming exclusively on Prime Video for all Prime members. So, champ, first and foremost, cliche question, but how's it feel to be back?
Man, I feel good, man. Excited,
Mhm.
excited, butterflies, all kind of, all in one big melting pot.
That's awesome.
Ready?
Before I get into all this, one of my favorite things back in the day was the Charlo burner account. Like, are we ever gonna see that ever come back? Like, can you call them? You know who it is, or
Uh, maybe, maybe, yeah,
that's
maybe. That's crazy that you even know about that.
it was legendary back in the day,
Yeah,
right?
you're not
Like,
supposed to know about that.
well, I mean, it was over on Twitter. I mean, everyone knew about
I know what you mean.
But I have about five set of questions, but they're kind of tailored around your tattoos. You have a couple tats. One of them is Ali. So I wanted to start there on your back. What made you get the Ali tattoo? And I'm just assuming maybe that's one of your favorite fighters, if not your favorite.
The Ollie tat, it really came through like, if you look at those tats, it's four people that changed the world to me, and Ali was one of them. And I felt like Dr. Martin Luther King was another one of them, and had a big impression on the world. Was like Bob Marley really was like someone that I grew up, uh, you know, that was part of my life at the time. And and Malcolm X was far elite, and let alone he went along with Ali, and he went along with Martin Luther King and everyone, even though he was a Muslim guy, and you know, the whole feel was just like, so those were the four people that I wanted to put on my back.
Yeah, that's the four people I kind of wanted to tailor my questions around. So I mean, Bob Marley, I know it symbolized a lot of people was like very peace,
Mhm.
always spoke positive, wasn't very aggressive, just at least the things I read about. And I remember last time I got to see you, it was out in Vegas when you fought and you made kind of like a call my brother, you talk to him, tell him I love him and I want to fight. He's not answering my calls. And, there was this video and pictures of you and Jermell recently this year. And it kind of felt like Goku and Vegeta got together and was ready to, start disrupting the world. So I just wanted to know, like, how was your relationship? The whole boxing world loved that moment. And just, was there like a lot of love and peace throughout that helped you get into this year in boxing?
Yeah, um, just moments that I prayed for. I prayed for moments that me and my twin brother be able to see eye to eye and agree to disagree, and he still get on my nerves even till today. It doesn't matter. None of that's gonna change. It's just the love that we didn't show you guys that we really had. I mean, it's always been there. It's just now we able to do it at a different level. And he mean more, and he's more important to me than I even thought he was, especially in the times where I really needed him and he came through.
I know there's a quote that says like, a twin doesn't go through life searching for their other half. They were like born with it. Is that kind of like, can you
That's
relate to?
real. It's real life.
Yeah,
Yeah. I never really like I have to ask him questions. He bring them to me, and it's so crazy. We probably thinking and going through the same thing at the same time.
there a potential that we'll get to see you and your brother on fight night, or is that something that we just have to wait and tune in?
See us on fight night.
Yeah, just together, just,
Oh
you know,
yeah, 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 for sure. Yes, yes, together. We doing good, man. We
that's awesome.
blocking out the negativity. It comes with it. So yeah, we doing good though. Me and bro doing good.
And
Hasn't been.
with that, I'm assuming that training camp has been as best as it's been since probably when you spoke about when you were coming through and destroying everybody early in your career and moving up multiple weight classes.
Yeah. We haven't got a chance to have those training camps. Him working in Dallas and me working everywhere and with Ronnie Shields, him and Ronnie Shields never see eye to eye anymore. And, it's just one of those things. I think, everything happened for a reason though. So yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, I really can't talk about as far as what he have going on with it, but I know how I feel about it.
Awesome. Going to the Martin Luther King tat, right? He's a person who gets misunderstood for kind of just, looking at all different angles, like trying to unify and things like that. And I wanted to, I guess, help clarify because I think there was a big misunderstanding when you were talking to Rolly that you were actually bigging up Devin Haney and the sense of saying that's a fight that Rolly should take opposed to Manny Pacquiao, who's a little bit older, because I think there were some comments and things that was floated online that got really misinterpreted. And I think that's probably what your intentions was, because you and Devin were always cool. And you guys even made fun of the franchise duck belt together. I remember when, Canelo and him trying to do Lomachenko. So, I mean, was that really just you just trying to make a good fight for the fans?
I was being real. They took it the wrong way. Um, I honestly had no intentions on trying to downplay or down talk anybody, but uh, someone reach out to Bill Haney and tell him to relax. Uh, Bill Haney is making all these fake allegations and saying things that's like, I guess targeting me and my twin brother because I've said that I think that Rolly should fight Devin. Devin just coming off a victory, which I congratulated him on. I thought he looked pretty impressive. As far as people, I mean, everyone else thought it was a boring fight, I guess, because he, you know, used his athletic ability to move around. But some people call that running. That's called boxing. And I thought he did good. Um, but Bill Haney took it so far personal, and I wrote him, and he called me a couple times, like, telling me all kind of negative stuff. But I'm not worried about it. I just pray for the brother. I'm not. I don't know what. I mean, he called me before, and I gave him good advice. He called me for advice. Like, hey, what you think about this with Dad and this and that? You talk to him about this and talk to him about that, and put Dad on the phone. And Dad talk to him. We never had a problem, so for him to come back and act like that, it just shows like his maturity and how far he's trying to step into the lane of like his son. Like Devin don't even do the talking. Bill does the talking. Bill's putting Devin in a bad situation. I'm not understanding why. You know what I mean? I'm not really understanding it, but it is what it is. Bill, we praying for you, man. Like whatever, you know.
And I figured it was a big misunderstanding just because of
Definitely
that.
was. I was just Rolly should fight Devin. I mean, if Rolly can beat Devin the way he beat um Ryan, then I'm rocking with the Rolly era.
Mhm.
Simple as that. I mean, I don't see why he would get upset about it, but I mean, he got emotional, got all in his feelings, and went all on Twitter. That's the first thing that's like let you know how immature he is. This grown ass old man with a Don King beard and Don King afro get online talking all kind of negative about a fighter like his son is not a fighter. You know what I mean? And we throwing away our career doing this. You worried about the wrong thing, Bill. Stay in your place, Bill. You know what I mean? Weird, but it is what it is.
My last two chat questions, you have Malcolm X, and I know this a sensitive time because I know it seems like Tio Fima Lopez has kind of made some comments and just want to just get your just general thoughts on is that boxing promotion, is that good boxing promotion? I know it's always been in there, race wars and things of that nature, but just it seemed to really, rattle a lot of people and, in our culture and things like that. So just wanted to get your perspective. Like, I know that he's kind of trying to make fights because, he's always had difficulties trying to get big fights, but that's how he kind of rationalized it and even kind of said that he didn't really say certain stuff. So, but even just playing with it, does that upset you or does that just boxing in general?
That's on him. You know, I think T.O. is has he made his point. You know what I mean? We get it. He got to get those big fights. I mean, he's doing whatever he can do. Went from top rank Bob Arum, and he's moving around. He's getting it all in. Could honestly say that you can't be mad at the man for that.
My last question, and it's actually your arm tat. I think you have a Jason mask, right?
Yeah.
All right. What's the reason why the Jason mask and is
I
that
had got the I got the Jason mask because when you take the mask off, the power's still there. You know, it was one of those. It was just one of those items that are itemized as like uh forever. Jason is like a killer, like forever. It's built in him. You can take the mask off and now he's still that's Jason, regardless. You know, and how he hid behind the mask. You know,
do you think a little bit of Thomas LaManna doesn't realize that you're still Jason behind the mask and he'll find out May 31st that
exactly, exactly, exactly. He'll find first.
and for the fans that's tuning in on May 31st, Jermall, I know that the fans been waiting very patient. They're really excited. I know that a lot of big opportunities, a lot of big fights can be made, once you get past or if everything goes well and you get past them. But what do you want to tell the fans that's tuning in? And maybe we might get the Charles Burner
Oh
account
man.
to come back.
Maybe we get that account back. But tune in. You get a new redefined Jermall Charlo puncher boxer slick. I'm ready to put my undefeated record, put my legacy, put my mind. I'm ready to put it all out there and put it on the table and give y'all guys like a hell of a show. Fireworks.